and would probably be able to create that separation to make sure they don't drop down and get eliminated in the group stages, whereas Cloud9 would also love to be able to make that happen themselves. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Merlini. How you doing, my man?
Cloud9, 1-9.
Hey.
Doing better than Cloud9.
God. I mean, you're not wrong. It's been a rough one for them.
Yeah. They need to at least win one game in this series, so they can be above HellRaisers. If they lose both of these, they'll be tied with HellRaisers. Actually, have a realistic chance of being eliminated immediately. That would be a shame.
Yeah.
Especially to all the EE fans out there. Anyways, draft first phase Lich ban. When did that come back? I know that they like it a lot, but does Execration a lot?
Oh, I think it's really just been coming back in style a lot since LFY started playing it a ton early on. It feels like it's sort of becoming one of the heroes in the meta. They did like a lot of Lich Doom stuff and other things like that.
But that's LFY.
That's true. That is LFY, which is a very different kettle of fish.
They have picked Lich 4 times. They have lost all 4 games with it.
All right.
All right. All right. Anyways, next first phase. Next is always pretty solid. Shaman Kunkka. Yeah, they're drafting more and more like LGD and LGD.Forever, as they should be. Take notes from those on top of your group. LGD and Liquid sitting on top FY with very impressive 13.
I got the pleasure of being able to watch a lot of the Execration games through the Southeast Asian qualifiers, and they were looking quite good. If you watch back through those games, they played Puck, and it was always such an important hero for them because they would run it in all 3 lanes. It was like that Southeast Asian style where occasionally Raging Potato would just take it to the off lane and like 1v1 against whoever was over there, and even outplay in the situations where he was getting tri-lane. So I think that they're very much within their comfort zone. Nando also plays the hero, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure James does as well.
Shaker. I love Shaker versus Puck. Great to blow up that squishy hero. Very reliable, disable, and instant cast Echo. Rubik. Pretty solid overall. And now, Cloud9, gonna have to make the first move. Show one of those big cores right now. Your final hero, your EE hero, what your strategy is gonna be based around.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch a ton of Cloud9 at this event so far, but I've been hearing that it's still sort of EE playing the big tanky guy that stands up front and will sometimes just try and, like, you know, hit away at a tower or something, while Fata's more of the playmaking type of guy, so Medusas or Razors, stuff like that maybe?
Viper maybe?
Oh, hey, saw him in the last game.
Viper's pretty good versus Math. Corrosive, yep. But not too much synergy with Earthshaker, probably want. The TA's pretty good too. I like TA a lot here. It's Puck, no matter where he is.
And if Kunkka and Shadow Shaman are moving around a decent amount, then you can stack up some Ancients, get herself a little bit of extra farm as well, and make sure that Fata has a good time.
Yeah. 4th pick.
Look at you.
4th pick TA is a little risky though. It's I like TA 5th, 9th or 10th pick. They also don't have any minus armor, but I think with Shadow Shaman, you should build your lineup more often than not around like taking. Let's say TA is a very good Roach Taker downer. Of a 2nd grader, and it's also good. He's also really good with the Aegis, and also I think Shaker, like, yeah, he provides a disable. Kunkka also provides the disables, but you need someone to dish out the damage. So they will ban out the Viper. One of the worries about 4th picking the TA, I'm sure, was getting Vipered in that mid lane. It's not the worst matchup in the world, but it just causes problems for TA all game. Corrosive, getting and poison attack, getting rid of those refraction sacks very quickly.
You can see this was probably a thought of theirs going into the 2nd phase, even before they saw what it was that Execration were doing. They ban out the Veno, one of the other heroes that can sometimes cause some issues. But it's going to be the Sven, banned out by Execration. More cleave and stuff, making sure it's not going to be a problem. The Lycan pick seems a little bit interesting to me. Usually it's paired together with something else, but do you think it's good just on its own?
Yeah, as long as they're not versus Sven or Bloodseeker. I don't really see E playing Bloodseeker here.
Well, last pick for
That sounds like the most EE hero possible.
Bloodseeker?
Yeah. Wow. How has he not played that hero?
Maybe this is his time.
I don't think it will.
Okay.
Too risky. Even for him.
Even for. Well, Execration taking their time with it, like we said. Puck, very much possible to go mid or off lane. Is there anything that they're really lacking in their draft? They kind of have building hitters.
They can push. Puck not push, let's go!
I'd be super down. That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they want to do it though. More successful teams have run it. I'm always a fan of like Lycan. Ember versus TA. Low armor, and also versus a lot of disables. This is a bold Ember pick.
You don't really like it that much.
It's high risk, high reward.
That sounds like Execration to me. We'll see if they can make it work this time for themselves.
Actually, is it even high reward? It's high risk.
5 seconds remaining.
Medium reward. It's decent. The Ember versus TA matchup is one of the few like super highly skilled matchups I think in the mid lane. I've seen it a decent amount. Like Puck Quap is way more Puck favored now. There's not that many left that are just like close to 50-50. But it's not only tough versus TA. TA causes a lot of problems for the low Ember, but also versus the Shaker and Shaman. Super long duration disable. And instant kill. At that.
Well, we'll have to wait and see if the Ember Spirit pick ends up working out for Execration or if they're going to be punished by all this lockdown. Now Cloud9, last pick, most likely an EE hero, and it's going to be the Terrorblade into an Ember Spirit and Puck. That's a lot of magic damage. Do you think that they have the tools to keep him safe?
As if you can keep EE safe. Joke's on you, dude. High armor is good for Lycan.
Yeah.
Similar thoughts to Sven, but Sven's generally just way better because you can actually dish out a lot of damage, not get kited disease. Terribly, you just run away from him. Deal.
All right. Well, we'll have to see if it indeed happens the way that we think it will. If Terrorblade is the answer that they need, a way to take towers, the way to help win a laning stage. Game number 1 underway. About as close as a must-win as it gets to for Cloud9, with the exception of their game tomorrow where they're going to play off against HellRaisers. That one should be very, very intense. Potential to be an elimination match. But predictions here with the highest total magic spear damage done. So, got ourselves total number of Roche kills. After the last game, I just want to do 5+ because sort of shaken, but... Observer awards. Maybe a Pili die. It's always good for him.
Let's see who has observer awards. Pull down those inventories.
It's got some.
Oh, yeah, Pili die sounds pretty good.
We'll put ourselves MSS for the player with the first kill, I believe.
Triple kill. Not Fada?
I guess we could do
Ember?
Fada.
Could be Ember. I'll go with Fada.
I'm going to keep him. I don't know if it's going to happen, but got to do it. Raging Potato hanging out here by EE. They are the same area. There was not a ward able to be placed down by the Potato. I believe that it might have gotten eaten up.
Oh, they're aggroing.
Okay. Do you like this call?
Oh, yeah. I guess it's just too. Raging Potato getting destroyed.
That is a lot of damage, and I've had to use either a Phase Shift or an Illusory Orb. In the meantime, Lemek moving in and gets torn while he tried to go for the Impale, and now he might end up being punished for it as well. Raging Potato can't really stick around. He takes another little pot shot to the face. Lemek's going to be forced back as well. Not the greatest way to start a dual lane.
I actually do not like the boots for both these heroes. Versus, I think boots first is good when you're like trying to avoid getting jumped on, but if you're dual lane aggro lane, you usually just need to output as much damage as possible, which means that you generally need maybe I think it's okay on mix sense because he's gonna be running more, but I heavily favor the Null Talisman over boot because like he couldn't trade with the Shaman at all.
Yeah.
It's the problem of okay, you see them, you're next to them, but you can't actually do anything. We're talking about like 74 versus 58. If you have a null, it's like 67 versus 74, which is pretty close. But Cloud9 also has more armor. Puck armor.
Oh, yeah, it hurts. Only one there. And we do have the mid lane getting gone on currently. Limek has made the rotation in, and Fata in trouble, going to be caught. First blood going to James. Meanwhile, down here bottom, also Raging Potato, manning up against Pylai. Pylai not able to finish off that kill.
Got howled.
So we saw the Nyx Assassin rotate mid. Maybe that's the benefit of going for a boots first on him at the very least.
Oh yeah, no, he should know.
Okay.
I don't think both of them should. But if he doesn't expect the Nyx to be down there that often, then I think caught out by the super slow Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. He does hit really hard though. 77 base damage right now. God, what a tank.
I like to call him Range Tree.
Range Tree, yeah, it's fair. A hell of a lot of lockdown as well. James still doing a good amount of damage to Fata here, just making his life kind of hell. Puck still does not have a CS, but he's been able to almost get level 2. You compare that to MSS, who's had a much better time of it so far.
Look at that Observer Ward. Sentry Ward play.
Yeah, so we're hoping for it. Doesn't quite make it all the way there. Potato using this orb to farm. At some point, maybe when Pylai is able to get into range, you could go for a shackle kill. It wouldn't be that hard if they can find the wraparound, but it's just not easy to get that.
He went for a 2 mango build.
Yeah. Do you like that decision?
If you're gonna go the attack speed talent, I think so. It's nice. He has such high armor that you're just super resistant. Your effective HP is off the charts.
Yeah. You can see right here too, Raging Potato's been able to try and play around Pylai, but it's always really tough, and he does need the help from the Nyx Assassin here. And now they're going to start to deal a little bit of damage onto him as a Torrent connects onto 2. The Shackles are there as well. Can he make his way out of there? No! They find a kill on the Puck. Split between them.
Meta is a scary spell. E just loves Terror. So much.
Yeah. We haven't seen a lot of him at the TI so far in the group stages. Why do you think that is?
The main reason that he was picked was because he was super high armor and he was a good tower pusher, but a lot of players have found that there are a lot of players have found that there are way other better tower hitters. For example, like Dragon Knight's kind of made a comeback, so you don't necessarily need so much from your position 1 anymore. And Slardar has fallen off in particular. Remember when Slardar was like first pick, first ban?
Yeah.
All the time. Terrorblade had an insanely high win rate versus him because of his innately high armor. He like completely like negates the effect of the game. And also, Slardar like super squishy and just gets torn apart by most decent counter, soft counter.
All right.
Who else is he good against? He was good against Juggernaut too. Reflection owns Juggernaut. Oh my god.
It also felt like it was during the time when like there was a lot of Shadow Demon being played with it, and that has obviously been nerfed into the ground.
Dazzle 2 has kind of fallen off a little bit. Terrorblade and Oracle, not as great, but still saw some sort of play. I think it's mostly because people have been exploring other ways to try to siege tower. We've seen a lot more different tower hitters. Pugna, odd ones. So much in previous tournaments.
Well, the wraparound looks to be coming from Execration up here in the top lane. MSS is going to walk forward, and I do believe we're going to see Limek as well as RR find themselves MSS. And Nando here is going to be able to do a little bit of damage. They're going to need to go for the pullback. The Impale connects, and the kill is there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Raging Potato trying to kill off Envy, gets the solo. The Torrent will connect, but he is more than willing to give his life here, and they might not even have to depend upon how well he can play it. Phase shift, no, they'll still get him, but big kill.
Envy probably underestimated the Howl damage. It's only level 1 Howl, but 10 hero bonus damage.
that paired together shows that Puck, even at these early levels, capable of causing trouble for that Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's because Nyx is down there. I like how Nyx was there to make sure that Raging Potato perhaps gets level 2. But Raging Potato looks like he's going to die. Ouch, that's painful. He just TP'd back.
That is a big problem. Damage that he can be dealt. We'll see if Terrorblade can actually get any damage under the tower. It looks like meta's going to wear out. It's about halfway done at this point, so he'll get a couple of pot shots off. And meanwhile, the rest of Cloud9 securing Fata a little bit more, but stacks, there's one over here. The other Ancient is not stacked either. That might be a nice thing that they could do if they get any free time.
Yeah, they definitely need to stack more, I would say, for TA. It's one of the big benefits of having him.
On James now, he is going to get caught for a moment, but got off his Flame Guard, and ooh, Fata almost able to severely outplay him, but James will pop the Shrine, and we'll be back up to full.
No Aquila on Ember. Very low on armor.
His right click's just really hard to deal with. And they are going to be able to find a stack now again, so triple stack here on this Ancient camp. Still, Raging Potato making life a little bit frustrating for EE, I think. And they are going to be looking for the shackles, but instead he just hangs out and heads back down bottom, and he can just kind of play the, you know, angle there. If he sees that the Shaman is missing, he can go to the orb. If not, he's fine otherwise. So 7 minutes in, it's 3-3. Do you think that Cloud9 need to try and like get anything done with their level 6s, or do you think that it's going to be something where they look to try and get Shaman 6 quick and then move?
Yeah, they can easily push with Terrorblade and stay near.
They're Dream Coiling. Oh, good Torrent though. Might keep alive TB for a second. Pylai Die going to fall. Just a moment. He managed to get that kill. And Terrorblade's still stuck back here. Envy does not have a teleport scroll.
Does have Sunder.
Throws it there onto the Potato. They still catch him. A lot of damage coming out. The Torrent again gonna hit. Well played by Owie, and now they've been able to catch the Ember Spirit. Can he get out of there? No. They find that kill. So another one going. Highlight Eye picking it up.
Great Sunder from him. Raging Potato, not in a good spot here. They know he's around there. Not exactly where.
Courier's coming out. It's going to bring it to him. Does Pylai Die get the kill on it? It doesn't look like it. But it is going to be Raging Potato TPing out, and Cloud9 unable to find him. So Shrine up, back up to full, and they're still able to hold on to the towers. I don't know, successful rotation or no, since Ember died?
Yeah. Oh, successful for him. You never really want your Ember to die like that. You need him to be fat, so he needs to be able to build armor items and run into the Terrorblade and the Shadow Shaman after they drop wards. And Raging Potato getting whomped on.
Very short duration silence, and they know now he doesn't have the Illusory Orb. Phase shift as well, trying to get out of range of the shackles, and was able to do just that. Coil traded for his life. Himself alive and steady.
Dude, Raging Potato so YOLO.
He doesn't care. He's fine. Yeah, the interesting thing about him is James almost ends up dropping there to Fata. I mean, he has been around in the scene forever. On Mineski since 2012 or something like that. Ended up coming back over onto Execration. They pull back in Envy, almost able to kill him off there. But this is his first tournament in the USA after all that time.
I was watching James almost dying.
They just keep on going back in.
They're crazy. They're crazy, dude.
Look at that. He's like just getting caught there. MSS wants to kill him. He kills him off. Oh, a double for him. An Echo Slam out of nowhere. He just walked into him.
Crazy. Oh, man. That was great position from MSS to get close enough to get into the Echo. Woof, woof.
Fata, they man up again and want to try and take down that TA. Are going to be able to find it. So, tower falls, but so too does Fata. And Eternal Envy is going to be able to get back home as well.
Cloud9, I think they're going to start heating up a lot more once Shadow Shaman gets level 6. Pally dies just a little bit of ways, but I think even with Blightstone, they can just do Roche super easily. Looks like the Ancient Stack was taken out already.
That's the obviously strength of Templar Assassin. She's still, you know, behind the Lycan, who's basically been left alone. That's the nice part about what this Puck has done this game, it feels like, is keeping Terrorblade from just farming to his heart's content.
So crazy, man. So all these people are figuring out what the heck you are doing.
They will find Leemic, the wraparound coming from RR, and maybe TPs as well. And they make it happen. Stolen Fissure, that's pretty good for RR. It blocks them in, but there isn't going to be a follow-up yet. Lycan is just now TPing in. That's a big steal.
Especially when you're up against these. You want as much AoE as possible versus the Terrorblade. I would say they need the Puck to get a lot bigger so that he can actually slaughter these Terrorblade illusions. But he's doing decently in terms of farm.
Oh, and they found him a triple remnant forward. They blow up EE. Couldn't even get to the shrine. The strength of Leemic shown again. Rubik has Fissure available if they wanted to try and dive this and just push the tower. It will fall very rapidly.
Oh, they use scan. They know exactly where MSS is.
Trying to get him. They've caught him. There's going to be the shackles out. Can they kill off James? One Fissure used, but MSS going to be blocked out. And the Fade Bolt, the damage, Nando takes it.
A lot more Necropix books coming out as of late. I think it might be a similar vein of thinking to drums too. Like you want a drums on every team, and Necro kind of provides similar benefits to drums. Helps out your team a lot in these team fights, and also make TA's life a lot more difficult, and keeping down traps, and keeping down wards in the middle of the team fight, and his extra units to also kill off the Shadow Shaman wards. Pretty good perks for getting the book.
And as long as MSS doesn't get the big Echo Slam.
Even if he does, though, he has to watch echoing. He might echo into Necrobooks and just die.
That's fair, yeah. Totally. And well, speaking of dying, Pili Die's coming around, and Leemic spots him. Look like they want to go for it, but they do break the smoke. Not sure if how we will realize it, or maybe thought that they just didn't quite catch him. But regardless, Cloud9 head off that direction. They drop a Sentry Ward, but already Leemic is.
Roche time soon, I think. Especially with Envy. Envy will always find a way to sneak in.
Yeah. Right now, it looks like he wants to try and take down the Tier 1 tower top first. But is it really, I mean, it feels like it's maybe a little bit more scary to go for a Roshan play when Nando has the capability of just throwing wolves in there.
That's never dissuaded me.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
No wards though, so not really a realistic possibility for the next 2 minutes. Or 1.5 actually.
Top lane just taken down there by them. But 6-7 for Execration. I mean, obviously the goal for Cloud9 is to get Roshan. Do Execration need to make anything happen over the next couple minutes themselves? Like, can they fight with Blink Dagger now and Puck?
They can take Roshan.
Okay.
Do they have a Medallion? They do have Blink on Puck, so maybe get a kill with Puck. Actually, they need to get mid-team. And that mid-team was pretty healthy. Is that like 3/4 HP? Blink on Shaker as well. Oh, man. About to get crazy, dude.
Things looking to heat up here in just a few minutes. Recess already having that. It's just farming out the mid lane, and that brought out. Rubik also finishing off the urn, and
look at this ward where Fada is. I think they can try and attack from the Shaker too at some point. Just catch him there.
Speaking of catching, Aoi is back under tower and TP on cooldown for 13 seconds. See if Raging Potato and Nando and them are able to find him in the woods. He is still 5 seconds away, but they are not going to stick around, so how he gets out away with one. He can hang out for a second to try and ghost ship the wave. Well, Execration again. It's time to start the siege as the bottom tier 2 tower is being assaulted, and there isn't really a great way to stop this as of yet. Aoi can go forward and try and make the X play with the Torn and Boat, but it does still mean that they're able to deal a good amount of damage to tower, and no Roche taken in the meantime. Cloud9.
Yeah, I think the ward stop was really unnecessary for the T1 tower. Pilot, I didn't really have a good sense of where they were. I think he was just scared of potentially dying really quickly to like a puck jump or like a Nyx jump or Ember jump, and just wanted to prevent that. But it, Roche, wolves, we're inside.
Do die as they head up towards the high ground, but it is Cloud9 trying to get a tier 2 tower of their own. Raging Potato is over to see if he can defend, but meanwhile Nyx Assassin going to get caught out, but the Fissure actually blocks him off from getting killed, and MSS wanted to walk forward, and Raging Potato actually able to catch him. Dream Coil down already, as well as the silence on MSS. Triple Remnant forward, he is gone. Nando taking down the tower at the same time. Able to get that one out as they're going to try and find another. Pili Die also eliminated with little hesitation. The Execration immediately walking towards the Roche pit. This is just looking great for them.
Weird fight for Cloud9.
You even call that a fight? Just got blown up.
Yeah, they were prepared. They wanted to. Look at the center one. They trying to look for the wolves, hide with Shaker, and then blink Echo and destroy them, but just slightly caught out of position by Execration.
Well, 17, almost 18 minutes now, and they will back out from trying to sneak a Roshan for themselves. But for Cloud9, I mean, we've been talking a lot about the Roche. What would be a big enough pickoff for them that would constitute a free Roshan for themselves?
Cloud9?
Yeah. What do they need to do to get that?
Wait for they could have done it when they pushed the two towers on the bottom lane. That was the opportunity that they but Execration only went down there because of wards were used top, so kind of hard to tell. Spot up, places a trap inside Roche. He knows what's up. Nando instantly kills it, and Kuka might be able to do something about it.
Yeah, unfortunately MSS not there with the rest of them, so they can't quite take it down. They were also able to kill off the Shadow Shaman while all that was happening. So even though they have the Blink Daggers and the ability to come and contest, it's just a little bit too little too late, I think. Execration gonna finish it off now.
Really bad for TA. TA's just struggled a lot this game. Been a part of 0 kills, had Nyx run on, like, just run into her lane a few times, and just not really any help whatsoever. Terrorblade, TA, both occupy a lot of the same farm space.
I mean, I guess the thing that you could say that's beneficial for Cloud9 is they don't have the best, like, building hitters for high ground. Again, Execration don't.
No, it's awful.
But simultaneously, if Execration just kill everybody on Cloud9, which has proven to be at least close to happening a couple of times, then Lycan will still take your racks. Nemec, again, the man who has made this happen time and again for them. Gonna scout out MSS down here in the bottom lane. They do trip the Sentry Ward, and now they spot him. Able to jump, able to kill. No answer. In fact, it's gonna be Rage Potato who jumps away. But if that Sentry Ward didn't get dropped, that could have been devastating for Cloud9. Heads up play.
Yeah, they need to try and fight with the Lycan. Ooh, go for BKB next. I guess you could just run at Shaker and Shaman. It's pretty good. Run at Kuka.
Rage Potato's going for a Dagon. He just really wants to blow up Envy.
Dagon's a really good idol choice for Terrorblade. A lot better, especially because they already have the Veil and Ever Spirit. Extra value.
And they're going to find MSS with these wolves here. got all the vision in the world, and Raging Potato looking for that opening. Dream Coil a little bit off the mark and going to get caught as well. X is out, but can he actually make the escape? They're going to pull him back here in just a second. Won't be able to do any damage to Raging Potato, though. Side lane's being pushed by TA and Terrorblade. Maybe Terrorblade. He's not going to be able to do any damage to that tier 2. The tower's already down in the mid, and they're just going to back out again. Unless they want to go for more. Raging Potato going to phase shift, going to get back. Does get shackled, though, and that's enough to find the kill.
Told you, man, the dude's crazy. Just goes in there. Doesn't respect the hex.
Yeah. Well, 30 seconds without the puck is not really that big of a deal considering how much of the map they've shut down. If you look at this game, it's a 6,000 net worth lead with right around 4,000 experience. And they still hold the Aegis for another 2 minutes, Execration. And in that time, you'll have BKB on Lycan. For your money, Cloud9, I mean, is this just about as bad as it can get for them? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what they can do to kind of pull it back in. Like RR even has a Blink Dagger now.
I think it's fine for them. They haven't been able to get a big echo off from team tonight, so don't count them out. They haven't really been able to use their spells just because they're getting picked off here and there because of the superior vision of the wolves. But once they're actually starting to have to hit towers, that's when I think that Execration gets in a little bit of trouble. You mentioned yourself, they don't have good tower hitters, and Execration looking to take a fight outside of base. Fata looks to be up first.
They are going to run into him right here. James, the initiation, the silence, the stun, the damage is dealt, and Fata is killed. No, the Echo Slam, but he turned it back around. Great timing with the spike. Carapace, can they do enough? Ward trapped off to the side. This might be enough to kill off one more member of Execration. That is the Rubik dead, but they've also lost the Shaker and the TB. Everybody else trying to escape, but Owie going to be ran down by Raging Potato. Nothing else to break that TP unless James can get there, but not quick enough.
That's why you ban out Nyx. He's just so annoying. You think you have a really good setup, and Emesis did right there, but there's too much stuff going on there to even see the carapace. Or you just can't predict it coming exact second.
Yeah, really great play by Leemic. He's been the one pulling this all together for them, I feel like, this game. The Nyx has been just providing so much.
Sure. He made Fata's life really difficult.
Yeah.
Looks like it will be BKB wars. So Lycan needs more armor. He only has 5 armor. Usually you'll see Armlet as the armor item, or AC. Probably needs to get AC after.
Immediately queues it up. We also have James, who's going for armor himself and almost has a Shiva's Guard at 23 minutes into the game, on top of bots, Veil, and Yule Scepter. He is very farmed.
Yeah, armor is going to be very key for them. Maybe even take the level 20 to level more armor.
For the Ember? Yeah. Okay. Like that. They do have a lot of magical damage as well, but they haven't really been able to chain it all together, like you were saying earlier, as well. RR just going to be fodder for Fata and MSS. But 24 minutes into it, it's still staying about steady. The 6,000 net worth lead and 4,000 experience. The big difference maker being that Execration can push out these side lanes so much more effectively with the Ember having bots.
Fata's doing a good job of farming the space available to him, though. I think he's farmed higher H's a few times too, so he's still very high in health.
For trying to like take these engagements, do you sort of like how do you want to try and fight for Cloud9?
Oh my god, a puck took the magic resistance talent? That's amazing. I've been talking about that thing for a while. I think the magic resistance is super important, especially when you're versus the Shaker. But then again, it was Raging Potato. I was like, oh, there's no way he takes it. But he took both defensive health and magic resistance. Look at 1700 HP as a puck without treads.
Raging Potato, man. He's played this hero a lot. He loves it.
I don't blame him. He's a fun hero. Thanks for picking it. Good for my compendium prediction.
Go, man. And I mean, that's the thing too, is that like with having all Puck, Ember, and Lycan, they already have more than enough damage between those three that's maybe the reason behind taking the magic resist talents. Just stay alive and do whatever you can to make sure that happens.
Absolutely. I think the marginal increase in damage.
So Nando up here top, level 16, does have the BKB completed as well as the Necro Book level 3. Shiva's Guard is as well done, but we also have the Earthshaker who's been able to build into a Force Staff. And everybody just kind of holding pat for the moment, since we still have a little while before Roche is going to respawn. Is that really going to be sort of the clockwork by which this game is played out? Like just waiting for Roshan and then taking the fights afterwards, trying to assault high ground?
High ground is way too early.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it should be based around Roche right now. But after that, you just play it by ear. I haven't seen EE in like 10 minutes, dude.
You know, he's chilling. He's hanging out here. He's buying his casual hood.
Just checking him out. Smoke coming along.
Yeah. And Fata, they're the ones that they have their eyes on. They're going to pop the Lycan ulti already, and Fata farming doesn't know what's coming for him. They're going to be able to catch and also silence MSS. Looking for the chase. They Dream Coil onto 2 on the other side. Raging Potato going for the jugular and able to find it. MSS also going to fall, and Owie, the last one left alive. That was so expertly timed.
They're not doing a good job of keeping track of the wolves. This is one of the biggest problems about playing against Lycan. I actually don't think it's so much about the howl or the heal or the push. It's actually the scouting of the wolves, because there's very few ways to actually get vision around the map super easily. I guess you have TA trap on the side of Cloud9, but those aren't mobile. Those just sit there and very limited vision. Whereas you have these Lycan wolves, where if you're not smoked or you don't have a Shadow Blade, you're just gonna get bound and just killed. As soon as they saw the Earthshaker, they knew they had won the fight. Like, even if he blinks away and doesn't take any damage, they still kill Fata, because Fata just blinked up to him. So that was a pretty easy fight for them. I say TA does have BKB, but BKB, he's gonna get crushed during BKB. Lycan running at you with 5 units.
And look at this.
And how?
Envy again. I mean, he is going to find the Sentry Ward over here, but he realizes now that they are all waiting for him, just right down below. It's like, Nando's, yeah, come at it. I'll come fight you for it.
Terribly didn't go for hood. Yeah. EE and his hood on position 1s.
Talk about, man. He loves it. So, that was one other thing. You talking about the BKBs that are coming out? Puck also just finished off his Aghanim Scepter at 28 minutes in. So already the item that you're using to try and counter out all this damage coming is going to be sort of negligible.
Ideally, these two cores can just stand there and fight. Terribly in TA. Hopefully they won't have to actually move out outside of the core. I'm surprised Raging Potato has so many items, because their DP's been, I guess, Execration far ahead. They have majority of the objectives. They have smoke, though. They are evading the elusive eyes of the wolves.
Yeah, but it's the thing there who broke it, and now they catch onto 2. It's 2 big cores. They pull back in 1. Dream Coil onto 3. Fata being controlled, but he is just going to get ran down by Nando. So much damage coming out, and MSS also in trouble. They steal Fissure, going to throw it back out and block off Fata. Actually blocks off Nando, so he is going to be able to have to wrap around, and Pylai die, not even on anybody's radars. They want to kill Fata, and they will wait as he ticks down to death.
You talked about it earlier, I believe, Nick. The way he pops those smokes and started that fight for them, destroyed the early game for Fata.
Look at Raging Potato. What is this guy doing?
Told you, the dude is mega YOLO.
He just does it. He just blinks away. Yules, why not?
He's so farmed, though. So farmed. I don't know how he got that farm. Because Ember was, with BOT, was pushing out most of the lane. Oh, he was sitting down bottom, I think, for a lot, but still
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out how to get farmed on offlane Puck, watch back this game. Raging Potato putting on a clinic.
Yeah, normally you'd expect him with like blink fuels, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe. But He also gains a lot of value in team fights because he is able to capitalize on the Ember Spirit. Like, he also did go for the survivability talents too. That's also something.
I mean, it really does felt like from the draft, Execration basically got what they wanted out of their opener. And something is going to need to change in game number 2, regardless of what Cloud9 do in this one.
Terrorblade's going to complete this pipe.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Ben?
Why pipe?
I mean, there's a lot of magical damage, right? It's something the team needs. He's trying to be a team player.
Yeah, but no one's dying. Are you really going to outlast like a Puck Ember Lycan? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so what? You get your Sunder off.
Okay.
And then what?
Well, you got a Manta. This is a little metamorphosis. He hits people pretty hard, right? That seems reasonable.
Okay, look at Ember's armor right now. He has 38 armor. Okay. Also, the illusions aren't that tanky. I suppose the hood will help a little bit with like the Maelstrom procs. Okay, they see Pilot die, but like 38 armor Ember. 38, and he's going to be sliding around a lot of times, so you don't even have that much uptime on him. Ember's just going to wreak havoc on your back lines, and you're just going to be standing there with a pipe like, hey guys, what's up? I'm alive. I got my Sunder off, and then nothing else is going to... That fight, it didn't even save him. He got bursted down at the start of the fight.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Well, and in fairness now, it does look like he's going back and changing things up.
Okay,
so he is going to be going for Butterfly.
I think I'm okay with the hood, but completing the pipe, especially after what happened last fight, it's like... You just have to bank on the fact that Earthshaker's going to be able to control people. You need to kill people in the Echo Slam, into the Fissure, into the Enchant Totem. That's what you need to do. You just need to kill people at the start.
Oh, and look at this. They're trying to set up and see if they can do that right now against James. They have the Blink Dagger ready, but look at how careful he's playing this. The Echo Slam comes out. Is he going to be able to stay alive? No. More than enough damage there. I was just talking about how he was playing it really safe. And then he gets blown up, but top lane, more action to Bruin. They've used Echo Slam already. Do they stick around for the full duration? The tower goes down nonetheless. The fastest chicken in the world. Run away, little man. But now he wants to turn and fight some more. Pops the BKB. MSS, what are you going to do? I don't even know if he's going to be able to live through that at all. Answer is, of course, no.
Pipe him.
Oh, no. Oh, and the fissure comes out, the stolen fissure, the lift up, the pullback, Envy getting dove inside his own base, and well, finally the puck is going to drop as they got the Sunder off, but it cost a couple buybacks, and Leemic as well, going to have his blink off. Cooldown gets out before MSS can find him, and 2 go down, but Cloud9 lose a lot more.
Puck also bought POTs before. I don't think he lost any gold. That was without Ember.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts. Got a Sunder off that fight.
Hey, Nando's here, though, and he's in a little bit of trouble. No ulti online for him, no BKB either. It is going to be the Aegis, but he will have his Wolf form when he comes back up. So it's still a little bit testy. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the full duration of it in time, but trying to go for it now, switching over, running. No, it's not going to be enough.
Now that's a good kill.
Really well played.
Yeah, like it just didn't have enough cooldowns. Need that 15% cooldown reduction, level 20.
Hey, so close yet so far.
Ooh, another smoke. Can they catch James yet again? This could bring them back from the precipice of destruction.
Drop down a ward, he spots it, and
he sees that and he's just like, I'm out of here, dude.
Fool me once, shame on you. Highlight Eye drops down some wards, and with 30 seconds until Lycan is back up, they're a little bit hesitant to move too far forward. Cloud9 taking advantage of their lineup and their ability to take these down. Oh, and I love this, the XTP plays. Always good to see it.
Fada's farming all their business too. Okay, now that Fada has some evasion going for him, I think he can actually man up versus the Lycan. Lycan looks like he's going to go for Abyssal next. If he sees the Talisman, maybe he can go for MKB instead. I think the Vanguard part of the Abyssal is really useful because you're taking damage from Terrorblade. But Terrorblade went from not really doing that much damage. He probably doesn't actually need the Vanguard. He probably just wants bash, which is fine.
Yeah, and I mean, he already has the AC. It's a good bit of armor. Well,
Yeah. Well,
the Vanguard, right, of course. So, well, it's kind of tough, too, because now you're getting into that stage where they do need a way to siege the high ground since all the tier 2 towers are down. Do you think you just, like, try and take a fight with BKB and, like, Aegis a little bit later, or can you sort of...
for what, Execration?
Yeah.
What? You just fight with your Ember.
Okay.
It was only close last time because Ember wasn't there. He died at the start of the fight, and yet they still decided to press on. I think once they take on the shrines, it should be pretty easy. Raging Potato in an awkward position, trying to kill this creep wave, but he could just...
They X-spotted to try and deal some damage.
He could have gotten Fissure right there. Raging Potato is so YOLO. There was like a 20% chance he gets Fissure right there. Maybe even higher than that. Probably like 40% chance he gets Fissure right there.
Are they really not going to take this tower? It's 14 HP.
They're scared for it.
They're so afraid. All right, yeah, Envy. What, he's afraid with his illusion?
Byline is not afraid. Right click that. Maybe they probably just...
Okay, well, that's fine. They end up taking that down. Execration, not wanting to get baited into a bad position themselves. They place down a few wards over in the jungle. This one is about to expire. The Radiant were able to get one there, as well as up here on the high ground by the bounty rune. Leemic looking for an opening. No. Oh, there's a sentry ward. He's inside of it right now. And now with the range creep going on him, he needs to play a little bit more careful. There's a second ward right there. All right, X into nothing. They're going to back out.
Nice try.
This is kind of neat, though. I like this way of dealing with Nyx. Is like a sentry ward on top of a trap.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Passively right into him every now.
Okay, so yeah, TA has the butterfly now. Now they have the damage, they have the evasion, they have the BKB. They can maybe do a lot of damage.
It's a lot of equivocations there. Yeah, maybe they could possibly do enough damage.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's based on whether or not they can lock down Ember, which is always a big question mark. Are you going to get the long duration Hex on him? Are you going to get the Echo on him? Are you going to get the Fissure? Who knows?
He did go for that armor like you were talking about.
Yeah. Armor on armor, dude. 9.
Magic resistance talent for the Nyx assassin as well. They're all just building in defensively.
They should. I think once they outlast the BKB on Temple Assassin, outlast the outlast the Sunder on TB and the BKB on TA, they should be in. Roshan's gonna be up pretty soon. There's no trap inside there just yet. TA will not know that it's gonna be.
And Pile Die actually had to go for the cast range talent instead of the XP gain.
Dude, that cast range talent is awesome.
Yeah.
I like the thing way more than the the thing about it is XP is also at 15 at 10. So
right.
It's like, its level 25 is pretty good. I like the Ether Shock damage. The Serpent Ward is also not sure if it's gonna get them.
Does feel like it might not happen. And Envy's still been able to keep up and farm himself, only slightly behind where the Lycan is. And as the game goes on later and later, do you feel like the Execration heroes fall off at all? Is this just sort of...
If he switches Abyssal to MKB, I just saw him do it. He sees 2 butterflies. You have to get MKB.
Cloud9 were camping the Ember Remnant here with both Pylidai, Fata, and Aoi. Make sure that if he did come back, they'd be able to find a quick kill. Execration looking for an opening again. They haven't really been able to find that many heroes. They have Gem on RR, so they're going to be able to start to get these D wards of the Psionic traps.
It's this Roach fight that's about to brew. However, Cloud9 do not have their top shrine. That's a big loss in their team fight prowess of this upcoming Roach. 50 seconds left.
Now he's also trying to save up for a gem right now, which would help out a ton since they've constantly had issues with Leemic just owning them all over the place. Instead, they're sort of having to resort to these sentry wards.
I think they're trying to set a trap. Trying to set a trap at the shrine. It's very common for heroes to walk up, especially the so now time to group out. Roach is just closing in. Let's see if this wolf catches the spawn. Not sure if it. Man, looks like Cloud9 will decide to go for a smoke.
I think that was scouted out by the wolf that was right there as well. There's a wolf right on top of him when it happened. So they might realize it and...
Oh, look at the Nyx assassin spot. What a place to be. They also need someone to pop it from the north side. So it looks like James will be the one to pop it from the north side. And Nyx...
Walk in. They're not going in yet. There's another wolf that's right here also. So the scans, Dire trying to see if they were heading up that direction. They're not. Raging Potato must be a little bit afraid. They found one though. The Echo Slam turnaround, is it enough? No, they got on another Spike Carapace and now able to steal Echo Slam. Rubik ready to jump back in if he wants to, and they're taking them down ever so quickly as MSS should fall in just a second. Yes, indeed he does. 3 dead for Cloud9. Execration knew everything.
Very unfortunate sentry placement by them. They had that as a reward right next to where that one, a little bit to the top left. And you mentioned it, they needed a gem. They need a gem to get rid of the wolf and get rid of the purely because 80% of the reason why Execration has been winning these team fights is just because they see them first. And also that was super patient. They didn't really leave their shrine, and Nyx assassin was in the perfect place in case they were trying to approach the shrine. That was a really smart play. Now, free road.
Maybe finding more as they get the Yule Scepter lift up, and Kunkka also going to die. I mean, you got to make plays at this point to try and catch yourself back out. 22,000 net worth lead and spiraling towards 30,000 experience.
Just Nyx with the carapace too. The second time he's carapacing Echo. What a baller.
Leman making the plays. Execration ready to start trying to finish this game. Wow. And look at that, like, Raging Potato goes in, he uses 2 spells, and all of the illusions are dead. It's just like, you can't do anything against all this magical damage. Alright, Nando hitting the tower. He is not afraid right now. Aegis and Cheese online for him. Just need to be careful about all those heroes on top of him. There's the stun, Mana Burn, and Impale, all connecting. Execration rotating top. Envy gonna figure out a way to stop this pressure as already 1 barracks is down, and soon to be more as well.
They probably need to shrine up before they go back in. Nyx is out of mana, Lycan's out of mana. Probably trying to go back. They used the illusion to actually take out the range racks. Pretty smart play from Nando right there.
Gather for shrine. God. They're doing it, man. They are all over the place right now. MKB has done Fernando a full like item advantage over all of Cloud9 right now. Execration are able to win. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are on it, but if they win at least 1 here, they're in a much better position. Whereas Cloud9 also only need to win 1 so they can try and create a little bit of separation between them and HellRaisers to not be the first team knocked out of TI.
Execration is 3-9, Cloud9 is 1-9. If Execration wins, they should be, I would say, in the clear. There's what, 9 teams?
Wow. That only took a second, and now RR has stole the Echo Slam, tried to turn it back around, and fought to drop down so low as well. Eternal Envy starting to drop. Can they get the BKB off? Nando eats the cheese and turns. BKB is there. He's actually shackling the illusion, though, so Envy's still staying alive. They get the Impale, going to connect. On the other side, the MSS Echo finally comes out, and they're trying to turn this again, but they stolen Shackles. RR makes it happen. Now he's stolen Shackles again. And 3 dead, soon to be 4. I think Execration might have finally done it. Buyback comes from the Shadow Shaman, but to no avail as Execration ready to run down mid.
In the good way.
Oh yeah. Well, in the good way for them, at the very least. Oh, Cloud9 fans. Been here before, but starting to look more and more scary. And RR has played a fabulous Rubik this game.
Yes, he has. Man, I know that he likes his Terrorblade, but sometimes it's just, it's not particularly good versus lineup, and he is really good with a hero, but it just didn't have the impact that they kind of wanted. I would say mostly because he didn't do enough damage. He didn't build offensive enough, or actually the hero just didn't do enough damage to the point where he actually felt threatened. Well, Raging Potato, yeah, he was in the fountain. He didn't threaten them enough so that they had to actually go on him.
Right.
They just killed the illusions and then went on TA, and TA struggled mightily as a result of the terror.
Yeah, and it felt like they were in such a tough position with that last pick regardless that, like, you know, what was really left in the tank for them. Granted, this one definitely hurts a lot. Yeah, there you go. Maybe they needed to pick Bloodseeker.
I mean, Bloodseeker's pretty good. That long duration silence, like following up with the Echo Slam, is pretty good. And Rupture on the Lycan is also very, very strong. And it creates this like large zoning tool for TA. It probably wasn't like the ideal pick, but I still think it would have been perhaps better matched up versus Echo. Yeah, I don't think like the innate huge armor of Terrorblade was especially considering that he's up against like a Magic Ember build, a Nyx, and a Puck, all who do incredible amounts of magic.
Bata might be scouted out here in just a second as he's heading through an area where wards are, and the rest of Execration running towards him. They get the lift up, they get the shackles that was stolen by RR, and Bata is gone. No buyback, 90 seconds.
Look at that defensive ability. Nyx has a pop carapace, Lycan popped his beacon. They're always prepared for the Echo.
Yeah.
Even when they have Megas.
Well, not prepared that time, but they do steal it again, and instead RR turns it back against them. They have Aghanim Scepter as well. Now he stole boat, and actually it's an Ag's boat, which pushes the Kunkka away from him. Stole it again just for good measure. Doesn't mean you get to use it twice, and now he's still trying to turn that back against them. They buy back on that. Oh, Lycan, can he get there in time? It looks like it's not even going to matter. They have far too much damage already with James and Owie down and dead. They're making the plays happen. Terrorblade buys back. The sound's cool, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's GG's call.
They were prepared for the Echo that wasn't there. Yeah. I think MSS did a really good job. I think he was really quick about his opportunities to jump, but Nyx doesn't, which is way faster. And also